Hey guys, welcome there to Nuance. I'm Ian, and we're back with more Superman and Lois. Last episode, both Clark and Lois found out that Pia is Bruno's wife. I don't believe they know that she's onomatopoeia. Because I feel like they would have maybe done something. Well, not maybe. I feel like they would have done something considering, one, she's killed people. She killed the John Henry of this Earth. I mean, I don't think they would know Pia did that, or onomatopoeia did that. Granted, I don't think they're calling her that yet. But anyway, and then the mayor, and then she came after Lana and the other John. And there's the other stuff that Bruno's done. So I know that they're not going to stop going after Bruno per se. But then there's that bit of, now Lois has that kind of image of him that, he is a caring, loving husband. And we also got the confirmation, I don't want to say we found out because it was kind of like, but that, Matteo is indeed the son of Bruno and Pia. Seems like a good kid though, so that's both good and unfortunate just because, the parents he has, the stuff that they've done, and how that's probably gonna not work out for him in the end, the kid, Matteo, so sorry for the future, kiddo. Can't go to and from these rooms, I guess, now, which that alone is just hard to think about. This music isn't helping.
Oh, that's all you're gonna eat?
I promise I'm not gonna give up.
We know.
Oh, attaboy, John. That's awesome. Man, John needs this. I wish Jordan would kind of lay off of him a little bit.
I'll tell Matteo we're canceling.
We're not canceling.
Pia?
No, I said no. This is important for our son.
Maybe we should cancel.
It's important.
I feel like
He'll have more
it'd be a good idea.
opportunities to meet this girlfriend of his.
I'm meeting her today.
I heard coughing. You okay, Mom?
Some tea went down the wrong pipe is all. Oh, baby,
How do you get this thing on? Because I.
come on, I'll show you.
All right.
Dang it, making me feel for this man. God damn it.
This isn't gossip, Lois.
It reads like gossip to me.
This is news that our readers want to see.
We're not running it. I am co-owner of this paper, and I don't want my name on this story.
Bruno is responsible for the deaths of a lot of people. He's almost had me killed. And one of his guys shot Jordan in the chest point blank. He's the leader of Intergang and the biggest illegal weapons dealer in the country. So it's our job, our responsibility as journalists to keep digging.
Fine.
Guys, my
Can I
chocolate.
please have my tea?
That's tea, right? I just would prefer hot chocolate, so that's my fault.
Clark, I saw your truck outside and I thought I'd see if you maybe wanted my tickets to the Cure tomorrow night.
Oh, that would be so awesome. But Lois isn't feeling great. I'm gonna stay in and take care of her.
Thanks, but no, I have a conflict. Not of interest. Oh my God. No, I mean, we're totally cool. It's just a conflict of time. Just timing.
Okay.
Chrissy.
Is that as awkward as it felt?
Oh.
I mean, I wasn't even using the super stuff, and I could hear your heartbeat, so.
No.
Come on, let's go to Metropolis. There's someone there we should talk to.
Okay.
Wait. Does that mean we're gonna fly?
Sure. Oh, Jesus Christ! At least
Now that's flying.
warn her
done
first.
right. Fly Luthor.
Oh.
Even in prison, he's still making money.
Oh. God damn it.
Special delivery. You really expect me to believe Lois Lane isn't one bit curious about what's in these files? Come on, Pumpkin. How about you and I take a look?
Can't stop Lois from being Lois. Not even Lois.
We're missing one employee. You got eyes on him, Samara?
Negative. All aisles are clear.
Well, Jordan, be a little faster maybe next time without... Jonathan, what are you doing? Stay by the truck. Oh boy. They're gonna think he went in there.
What the hell are you doing, kid? I told you to stay by the truck.
Who was it?
No one.
Which means it was clearly someone.
It's just a reminder for this senior swipe meetup thing.
You have a date?
Oh.
It's coffee at Vicky Mays.
Dad, that's a date. When is it? Tonight? You have to go.
I can't go now.
Dad, I've got this. Besides, it makes me happy to see you getting back out there. So please, get back out there.
My dad pulled some old McDonald's stuff. I'm blaming him.
You know, they remind me of you and me when we were little.
Oh! Oh no!
Did you feel that?
Yeah.
You are not well. We should leave. I'm gonna flag the waiter and get the check, okay?
Bruno, stop.
What do you mean?
It's a long way to have dinner with us.
Yo, what the hell's your problem?
What are you talking about?
The fire? We didn't need Superboy flying in there to save the day.
You're pissed because I saved someone?
Right?
I've been training for this.
I've been training too.
That's not the same thing at all.
Oh, why not?
Because I have heat vision and you're taking coffee orders.
Right.
You're right. Guess, you're the only one that gets to be a real hero. John.
He found something that makes himself feel special the same way that your powers make you feel special, and now he might lose it. So, can you just admit that it sucks without being so defensive?
You're right. It sucks.
Yeah. So, maybe just go talk to him.
Maybe I should.
Thank you, Sarah. Oh my gosh. Giving advice.
Going to that concert is not just about liking the music.
That's like the whole point of going to a concert?
Okay,
Could
well
be
now
that your
come on,
mom's
Sarah.
lonely and just wants to spend some time with you.
Wait, are you trying to make me feel guilty?
Yeah?
Yeah.
They look like they were hit by a bus or a...
Sound? Train.
No.
It could be the same person.
2 of the 86ers were shot.
Yeah, but they never found any bullets.
Where's the recording of Luthor confessing?
Oh,
Pia.
We need to listen to that again.
I thought for some reason he was taking credit for some weird plan.
those security systems.
Matt has her first boyfriend, which has been kind of hard on her dad.
Oh, God. Please tell me that you have been better than our dad was.
I'm working
On it. He's pretty good.
Fortunately, he's a good kid. His family's taken her out to a nice restaurant. This place called Little Aces.
You can't be serious.
What?
Little Aces is a place that my brother used to go to all the time. With Bruno Mannheim.
Oh, hey, look, your dad's here.
Oh, God. No. No, 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 no. No. Oh, commercials. this whole restaurant. Oh, shit.
What's going on?
Take the kids outside.
No, get off me! Hey, you let go!
Get off me! Let go of me! No! Bruno, don't.
He had it coming. I'm not giving up my piece of South Metropolis for Moxie or anyone else.
There's a...
Now they won't forget it.
Oh, shit, bruh. Hurry up, Clark. I need your help. Clark.
What is it?
John Henry.
Oh, and he's gonna see. Oh, Jesus.
What was that?
My dad.
Okay, kid. Jeez. Pia, come on. You were just saying that he didn't have to do this. Clark. Clark. Come on. It's hurting her. She's gonna need to stop.
Pia. 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 Pia, come on.
She needs to get to a hospital. I have to take her now, or she's gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna let her. No way he wouldn't let him. He'll do anything for her.
Dad!
Leave.
John, I know the doctors managed to stabilize her condition, but she still has cancer, and it's spread. She doesn't have much time left.
She's a murderer. I get that Lois may have bonded with her during her treatments. She's a bad person. You need to remember that.
I can't believe I was so wrong about everything.
There's no way you could have known about Pia.
That's not who I'm talking about.
You mean Lex?
I think we put Lex Luthor in prison for a crime he didn't commit.
Damn it. Oh no. Oh man. Uh-oh. Whoa. That was freaky. Oh my god. That had to be a mid-season finale thing, right? I mean, I'm thinking that they're not taking a break next week though, but like that felt like a mid-season finale. Like with just all the freaking, well, not, I wouldn't say all the revelations. Well, yeah, technically all the revelations, while it was all focused on one, a lot of people were figuring things out. Freaking John found out, then, Matteo found out something, and also Natalie, sorry for spacing, Natalie, Pia found out, Lois and Clark found out, and now, the freaking thing with Pia, now that they know that the sound assassin faked Lex's confession. Apparently the thing that put him away they won't be able to hold him if they come forward with this, which I mean, to stop Bruno and Intergang, they wouldn't but I don't know, I feel like Lex is more dangerous, but and I know it's, you know, you're pinning, you know, effectively kind of, you're putting evidence on, you're falsifying evidence, and legally this is, you know, it's not, it's wrong, and kind of morally, but like Lex is a dangerous man. He's done a lot of things. Again, they put him, they got him, put him in prison for a crime he didn't commit, because they couldn't get him on a crime on all the other crimes he's committed, because he's too smart. I'm assuming he fought this. I don't know. It just felt like, I mean, we haven't heard from him, like heard any stirring from him. I mean, apart from the commercial. But now it's, I feel like they're insinuating that they're going to have to release him. And oh my God. So yeah, there's a lot. And then, I think I mentioned it last episode about whether or not we would even get Bizarro again, like whether it was just they only had him so that they could use his blood more effectively. But no, yeah, he's up, it seems, and his eyes are all glassed over, which they weren't before, or were they? I don't remember, but regardless, he's up, it seems. Oh God. I was expecting Bruno to maybe stop Pia before, because he saw the strain it was putting on her. So I guess the suit's one to probably conceal her identity, obviously. Another, I'm assuming it helps like focus her power so she's not having to use as much and what's the freaking word? Relying solely on her own ability, needing something to help her out, because using her abilities takes a toll on her. And John's now just completely shut down because, not shut down, but you know what I mean, like he's fully locked up, you know. He was finally let loose on Nat, you know, wanting to let her, you know, be happy and experience, you know, the normal teenage life and have a boyfriend and everything, and, you know, doing his best to kind of like give her their space, only to find out that he let his daughter near that danger. Uh-oh. Camera shut off again. Yeah, like he almost feels like he put her in danger. And, like, he knows Matteo didn't know, but he doesn't want her, you know, understandably doesn't want her near Bruno. And if she's with Matteo, if she sees Matteo, she will, you know, there will be that interaction, possibly. So it's, you know, I get why he's, you know, not wanting her to go see him, because but like, oh man. And now, like, I mean, he has never met Pia, he's never interacted with her, he hasn't gotten to know her, doesn't know what she's like. Yes, look, she needs to be put away. She's done terrible things. Oh, man. But, like, also, he's very cut and dried in this situation. Like, she's partial, mostly, I feel like, because of, obviously, Nat. But, like, that's, like, the driving force. Like, it's always, like, anything that has to do with his family, that, like, kind of, that really gets to John. I mean, it gets to everybody. To a lot of people. I shouldn't say everybody. But, like, that really makes him kind of act aggressively irrational. Irrational and aggressive, is what I meant to say. And I feel bad for Nat. I feel bad for Matteo. Obviously I didn't want Bruno or Pia to kill John. They do both need to be put away. I did feel bad for Bruno when, you know, Pia was looking, you know, she was using her powers and she was very evidently getting weaker as she was using her abilities. And then as he was holding her, I was like, wow, okay, I feel really bad. I thought she was dead. Maybe I just didn't notice it, but it looked like her heart wasn't beating at all whenever Clark used his X-ray vision. But I don't know. Maybe it was just real slow, and like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. but she's live. She just needed to be, monitored now. And they've, again, yeah, I do kind of agree with Clark. Like, I don't know if it's necessary. She's kind of like really put out by using her abilities right now. Like, really weakened her. So I don't know if it would blast. And I know there's so much. Oh man. Oh man. I mean, it is episode 8, so you only have 7 episodes left, I think, if they're going to 15 again. But I guess I wasn't expecting John to find out about Matteo's parents so soon. Again, we're a little over halfway through the season already. But I don't know. I just whoosh. This was a heavy episode. I mean, they've all been pretty heavy. They've been more heavy in the emotional way. This one was just heavy. There was some emotional heaviness as well but there was just a lot of just intensity going on. There's a lot of friction, drama, intensity stuff, and sticky situations. Morally gray areas, I feel like, is right in this case. Like, again, they're bad people. Oops, one sec. Sorry, it's fine. But yeah, they're not. They've done very bad things. They're good and bad, like, because Bruno's doing what he's doing to keep his city safe. And before they were higher on the food chain, Pia was working for Moxie, I believe his name was, not doing good things. She was obviously like his muscle. So I don't know. Like, she wasn't wanting, whenever Bruno was beating on John, she was trying to get him to stop, even when he pulled the gun out. I mean, but she went after him after he's like, if we don't end him, he's gonna come after us. I feel bad for the lady too that's known Pia for so long. She seemed to know her since she was a kid as well. I guess her and her daughter were the same age, or not the same age, but like close in age, where she was at least babysitting for the lady, and known her like in high school, and then things changed. She saw her kind of from an outside perspective, her progression of being with basically a mob, or organized crime. But she doesn't know what she had done. There you go. And like, now, I feel like Chrissy should know better. Like, I know you have to be aggressive sometimes, especially when people aren't they're gonna put their defenses up regardless. I feel like maybe if she was subtler, it would have been easier to kind of manipulate the information out without like her immediately getting defensive. So I was gonna say Linda, Lois, and Chrissy have both been guilty of doing that. I mean, Chrissy's a bit frustrated, I feel like, also, and that had to do with how she was going about things. But like, she was not subtle and just kind of aggressive in a way, and almost antagonistic a little. And it's like, dude, you can't be doing this, especially when you're talking to another cancer patient. It's like they're gonna protect their own, especially when they don't know that they've done terrible things, and you're just, I don't know, Chrissy. I really feel bad for this lady because she's been through so much as well. Like, she lost her daughter. Now she has cancer. She lost her daughter to cancer. Now she has cancer. Pia's kind of like a daughter to her. I feel like that's kind of what they're kind of that was kind of lending to. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So much happened so quickly. It all fell apart so fast. And not only did John find, like, again, this was just a packed episode. There was so much. Oh my god, this is going to take a long time to edit down. Be a pain in the butt. And it started out so, well, no, that's not, I can't. It hasn't been starting off really happy these past few episodes, so that's a lie that I was about to say. Because, they always started off with, like, man, you know how you felt about the beginning of last episode? Let's up that. I want to see how, much she's declining. Here you go. We're going to spend and play this, like, really sad, somber music to really just kind of pull at the heartstrings and just really get you to feel what they're feeling. And look, she's weak. She's weaker. It's really affecting her system. She can't even really move around the house too much on her own. We're having to, like, move her stuff out of, like, her workroom, basically her office. Going into a little bit more was, like, a little further into the episode, like, we saw Jonathan finally kind of making his way up and feeling good about himself, about being able to help someone. In the beginning, and of course we see Jordan, bud, you have to know that he's been feeling bad, been pretty useless, been feeling useless, and how can you not sense when you're saying, like, when you're saying your shift, dude, what did he say? You're an intern? I forgot what he said. But, like, my guy, read the room, my guy. Let me find out that, Jordan's kind of been, I don't want to say sloppy, because, it kind of sloppy. I feel like that could be attributed to that Superman, because he's done it before. Superman's, oh, right, there was that instance when is that last season? Yeah, I think it was last season. Whenever Jordan saved Kyle from the fire in the building that one time. So he's kind of honing in on him on those instances. But again, Superman, has very publicly used his cold breath. So I feel like that shouldn't be too much, like, he's like, oh, maybe it's probably Superman because he saved, these people. Or somebody else using their powers. So it shouldn't be too big of a deal. And besides, just because they know somebody's, helping people, doesn't mean they're going to know, oh, this is that Jordan fella. I don't know. Because, Kyle doesn't even know Clark's Superman, so he wouldn't jump to the conclusion that it's Jordan or something. I still feel like we should tell Kyle. He's the only one of the, I know he's not in, like, family, like, legally, on paper, like, I know they're not married. I know Lana and Kyle aren't married anymore, but he's part of the family. I feel like he should be within the loop. It would make this a lot easier. They wouldn't be investigating. Well, I don't know. It might look suspicious if Kyle starts to, like, dissuading people from investigating too deeply into it. I don't know. I feel like it would just be very, very convenient now that if none of the other family member knew, then maybe I would be like, hey, he doesn't need to know. But there's certain instances where some people will need to know if we're really wanting to keep the secret, because we will need their help to keep it secret. I feel really bad for Jonathan. I really hope that he doesn't get fired. Kyle has to know that now that he saw that happen, he didn't go into the building. He only went to the side because he saw his brother fly in, and then, well, he didn't. He was, like, I guess trying to see. He went to the side before Jordan came out, like, exploded out of the doorway. But I don't know. Still, I feel bad. I kind of think we haven't really seen any, like, pairing we haven't really seen. But I actually kind of enjoyed their interaction where Lana and Sam, like, them kind of advising each other and talking each other through their similar and yet different situations. Like with Sam, Ella, his wife, walked out on their family, and to avoid feeling that pain, and also to avoid just kind of getting into that again. He dove into his work. We know what happened with Sam. What he did, how we kind of separated and close off from people. But I mean, and then we kind of see Lana doing the same thing, and not. She's also dealing with the consequences of being, or like not the consequences, but the results of being hurt by someone you loved and trusted. She doesn't want to. She's reluctant to go out and try again, or to at least, feel things out, because she's understandably not wanting to feel that again, and put herself in the crossfire for that possibility. It didn't seem necessarily awkward, their interaction, and it's just like when she found out that he was there for a date that he had missed because he was late. It was almost like immediately in like, give me all the details, if you will. Lana's just a very like a romantic person. Like whenever she found out that Natalie was had her first boyfriend, she was like really like happy for her and wanting like kind of giddy and just like this is like the best thing, and like your first what's the word? Experience and exploring your feelings, and now this thing with Sam's happening, and she's like, oh my god. This is just very much that kind of person. It's very cute, and their interactions are just funny, and I like that they both kind of gave advice to each other. Also, speaking of people giving each other advice, I like that we also kind of Sarah, who's kind of been a little mood swingy, in a way, aggressive. She was, actually kind of the, while she did have that moment, it was like whenever her mom was like, "Hey, you want to go do the concert?" And she's like, "I don't really know this music, Mom, so it's not really of my time and stuff." And she's like, "That's not the point, Sarah. You be there with your mom, for your mom, and she, like experience and have have a good time with your mom." But anyway, like when Jordan blew up the way he did, he obviously didn't mean to hurt his brother's feelings. But man, that was dumb. And even afterwards, he's like, it's not my fault that I have powers. This is just how it is. It's like, no, dude, you're not getting that. Whether you have powers or not doesn't mean he can't be doing this, and you can't, put him down for wanting to do this. And I'm glad she was, she was like the mature one on that, and was able to kind of give him the advice. I'm hoping that they go patch things up soon, like next episode. He went in to apologize. I don't know if Jonathan's necessarily upset with him still about that, but like the attention's now start going to him, and possibly the city's gonna be looking to him, looking for this person who's saving people from burning buildings, even though it could have been Superman, but Superman usually also is public about it, and so I don't know if the fact that someone's doing it and then like vamoosing before they're spotted, which I feel like Jordan should be moving a little bit faster. Maybe he's just not that fast yet, but I feel like we saw him pretty well, at least when Jonathan saw him. It was a pretty good image, especially considering he's got like a dark outfit and it's a bright blue sky. It's like maybe we should have like night and day outfit so that we blend in a little bit more. Or I mean, you got stuff in the DoD. You make the outfits camouflage, like actually like cloak in a way. So I don't know if you want to keep it a little more hidden. Gramps. Why did I say Grandpaps? I am glad we addressed the fact that Lois, while she had been after Bruno and things he had done, her realization of like his connection to Pia not want to like bring her out on like on the spotlight and potentially like ruin her life, not knowing what she had done, but I don't want to say she will. I don't want to say she lost sight of what they needed to do, but I mean, she's going in the state she was in. She's feeling like crap, and she would she would easily sympathize with Pia, along with the fact that she's she's bonded with her, so she doesn't want to put her through that. So it's like there's a lot of things going through her head that are affecting her judgment on the matter. But I love that Sam was kind of the one able to sort of bring her back. Was more like prodding at her curiosity and her innate need to like investigate and suss out not just the story, but like put the truth out there to expose the criminal activity that Bruno had been doing. So, I like that Sam was the one that brought her out of that, and she was kind of the one that gave him the little push to at least go to the date, even though he was already late. I will say, I know it doesn't really matter now, but I feel like Sam or Matteo, got to the meeting the parents phase. Well, I mean, I know he met John already, but I don't know. They don't usually go that fast, so that was a little surprising. And then unfortunately, it was going so well. After she had that really good night, and then all of a sudden gets ruined, her dad's like, "Yeah, you can't see him ever again, so I forbid it. Also, give me your phone so you don't contact him. That's it." Like, I don't think he's necessarily like foregoing what she's feeling or like completely like ignoring it. I think he's in a way kind of like in his mind it's like not second priority in a sense, but like he's obviously putting her safety above everything else. So he's like, this is for her own good. She'll think, how parents are always whenever they're being protective of their child, this is for your own good. You'll thank me for it later, kind of a thing. Wow, he has a little bit more merit considering both her boyfriend's parents are killers, have a murky past, along with them having been the one to kill his doppelganger and put his doppelganger's sister in danger, and the family is just like, I don't really want you associated with this guy, with this kid. His parents aren't good. So it's just like, but I just feel really bad for both of them. Like, Matteo didn't know, and he's obviously quite upset. And the whole thing put his mom, put her down for a bit. Like, I don't think she's come to consciousness since passing out in the alley. He cares for both his parents, but he really cares about his mom, and it was pretty crazy though. Like, whenever they were at dinner and Pia was having some issues and her whole body was like vibrating, it's like, oh god. When she was like, they reminded of us when we were in high school, when we were kids, and all of a sudden, that her powers were like weakening out. Now, I knew her powers were like weakening. I didn't know that they were acting out that way due to her illness. Like, that was pretty insane. Like, is that the first time it's happened, or is she familiar with that? Like, that could be dangerous to herself and her son and husband, and I mean, she's there. They're trying to help her. Bruno's doing everything he can to cure her, but that's dangerous to kind of like. She should have. I mean, you don't want her to be like holed away and isolated, but like it would like keep her from being found out and imprisoned due to the things she's done, and keep her or possibly her and the rest of his family safe. Oh yeah, Jordan needs to tell Lois and Clark, that either just Kyle or the fire department are kind of starting to, seek out or investigate into this whole situation. Like, they need to discuss what they're gonna do, like whether they're gonna tell Kyle, whether he's gonna try to work on his I guess being more subtle or being more calculative, or once he freezes it and gets people to safety, melts the ice with his laser vision or something. I don't know. He does. I feel like he does definitely need to inform them. They need to be on it, especially that with the experience Clark's had, he might be able to help with getting him to figure how to hide things better. But it's crazy that Matteo. Well, he didn't really see their dad's fight, but seeing that John he has that suit. If they were to continue dating, I really hope that things smooth out between them at least. But I feel like what it does, he knows that's gonna be in the back of his head. It's all right, so other dudes with their girlfriends, their dad has the gun, or the intimidating the girlfriend will have intimidating brothers, whatever. This guy's got a suit, a mech suit almost, that could eviscerate my head or my entire being. So, John at least didn't have to worry about Matteo being the one directly responsible for hurting his daughter, so that's the plus that could come out of this whole situation. That he, I'm trying to find some positivity here in this whole situation. This area that fell apart. John's kind of not lost it, but he's hunkering down, kind of overbearing on that a little bit, understandably so, considering what just happened. Lex is probably gonna have to be released, so that's awesome. And I don't know if it's bad, but they're gonna be looking more into the stuff with Jordan, so there's a lot going on in this that we're coming to a head. So, and then there's Bizarro. That's it for this week's episode. Holy crap, there's a lot. If you want to stick around for next week's episode, click the subscribe button. Hopefully that'll be able to go out soon. In this one, there was some weird. I have to watch the one with commercials. I have to watch on the CW. This was giving me some trouble. But anyway, sorry. See you around next time.